Hello today, and today we're going to have a game of Deep Space on the Commodore Amiga, and this is a game request by Ashley Farnham. Right, so this is a space simulator combat thingy, come out in 1986 by Psygnosis, so that would have been into the 1 year of the Amiga's life. And the Amiga did come out in 1985, by the way, not 1987, where a few people think that was the case. No, the Amiga 500 came out in 1987, but the actual Commodore Amiga came out in 1985, with the which was later renamed the Amiga 1000. Anyway, right, leaving deep space. Entering our near system. Okay, now you will, if you're thinking about playing this game, you will need the manual, because there's obviously, being a space combat simulator, you can use the cursor keys to control your ship. You don't need the keyboard. You can use your joystick. What are you talking about? Yeah, you can use joystick as well as cursor keys to fly your ship. But you can use the mouse to do different options. But in my case, I've got a keyboard layout in front of me, so I'm going to be using the keyboard, not the mouse. To me, it's a lot easier to, use one hand to fly the ship and one hand to use the keys. What I need, right? So as I said, cursor keys or joystick flies the ship. Right, okay. So what else do we know? So we can use return key. That will increase the speed. So we're going flat out now. So you can use the right shift key to decrease speed. Space will fire your weapon. M, select missile. Right, you can see that red flashing there. B, select quark bomb. Right, as I said, you can also use the mouse if you want to. Right, so now we want to turn on the computer. This is just sort of like a battle computer. So if you push F2, see the map. This is your long range scan. So we can see something here. So I think the one on the right is the long range scan, and the one on the left is more of a shorter range scan. Or was that the other way around? I don't know. Right, let's see if we can get that into line. I don't know if we're gonna. What's that up there? Oh, now one thing I don't like. Now with a space simulation, you'd think, or a pilot simulation, whatever. Up is usually takes the down. Up is down, or down is up. Sort of like pilot controls. This ain't the case. If you push up on your stick, the ship goes up. If you push down on your stick, the ship goes down. So I would like the controls to be inverted on this, but they're not. So I don't know why they've done that. But we're in space. Perhaps it's different. But even in space, it should be the same thing. Right, so what's that? So we've got. This is the first time I'm playing this game, by the way. I never had this back in the day. Right, so that's map. It says F2 is map display. That looks like a radar to me. What? F3 scoop display. F4 is navigation display. F5 is supposed to be drone display. F6, that's communications or comms display. F7, status display. Right. F10, this is what's popping up, is your scanners. Right, so I'll turn that off, it'll turn off my scanners. Right, so if we put our scanners on, then we can use key 1, set range. Right, you can see at the bottom of that you've got 5 different display ranges. Right, what's that at the bottom there? Okay, I'm finding all these displays up is getting in my way. Especially that fucking computer, especially the computer. Let's turn that off because that is just getting in my way. That's a bit better. Now I had a game like, oh, what's that? I'm going up. Oh, hang on. Oh, what's that? Is that a planet? I don't know what the fuck that is. It's down there, whatever it is. So it's a bit of combat. Oh, fucking hell, to slow down. It is running quite well. You got to remember, this was an early game for the Amiga. You know, I can't be too harsh on it because it, you know, the Amiga was only about a year old at this point, and I was learning with it. Now I'm not going to say for sure if this is an Atari ST port. I don't think it is. What are these fucking slow down? That's slow, that is really bad. Right. Right, S. Right, my shields are now on. I should have done that. As I said, you can, once you learn out what these icons do, you can just easily use your mouse if you want to. Same with over here. You can use the mouse to accelerate and decelerate, but I'd much rather use keyboard, to be honest with you. Use the joystick or your cursor keys to fly the ship and use the keyboards to do everything else. I don't want to use two, you know, joystick and mouse at the same time with space simulations like this. Now I did have a few on me 8-bit computers, Codename Mac, Codename Mac 2. They were two of my favourites. Now, when people say, "Oh, but Elite," I'm not interested in Elite at the moment. I just don't want to. I've tried to play it, but I just couldn't get into it. My mate had it on his Commodore 64, and no, I'm not going to be reviewing it anytime soon. I'll only review Elite when I'm ready. I've said that in other videos. I'm only going to review Elite when I'm ready to review Elite. Something I'm not really that bothered about, to be honest with you. Come on, where the fuck is everything? Yeah, the problem is, it's right. What's that? It's very, very. The frame rate is not good, so it's really hard to get into target. Alright, here we go. Oh, fucking hell. Maybe I should slow the ship down a bit. Maybe it might be easier to slow the ship down. Let's call up the computer, even though it's going to get in my way. And let's call up F2. Let's get the scanners. In front of me, that yellow thing. Maybe I've got to speed up the ship a bit. And you have got reverse thrust as well. Oh, you can look behind. Backspace. So you can look behind. And you can actually... Right, so... Push it again, you look... So if you push R... That's supposed to be retro thrust. Right, let's push enter. Hang on, that's not working. Retro. Oh, right. So you see in the top, in the screen there, it says retro thrust. Hang on a minute. I don't get that. It's not... I don't know. What? We're under fire, so let's see if we can eliminate. If I can fucking spot them, which I can't. Hang on, where's my radar? What? All right, up the top. All right, let's go forwards. You can reverse the ship. You can go backwards. I think you can. Or I'll push the. Because I was having a test run of this, and it was seem to be going backwards. Then again, I could have pushed the behind thing. Right, here we go. Is that down there? Yeah, I don't like the fucking fact that you have no inverted controls on this. Up is up and down is down. I wish the controls could have been inverted. So it's more pilot controls. I much prefer that. It did that with most games. And I think they did that with space games as well, what I played. Fuck it. Oh, is that? No. Oh, what's that down there? These things. Oh, what's that? Because the problem is the frame rate is so... Oh, what's that? What's going on? It is a slow... The problem is it is quite slow. The frame rate is quite jumpy jerky. Now, I remember playing Wing Commander. It was fine on my Amiga 1200, but when I went to try it on my Amiga 500, it was slow as fuck. It was pretty much unplayable. Oh fuck, I'm dead. I didn't even see what fucking hit me. Yeah, that's a game you're gonna have to get used to. You know, the first time I've ever played it, I probably would have liked it. If I had it back in the day, I probably would have gave it some time. But I find it a little bit too slow. As I said, it could be a very early game. But if you're thinking about playing, you will need the instructions. Download the instructions. You can use mouse to select your different options of the ship, or you can use keyboard. I much prefer to use keyboard. Fly the ship, cursor keys or joystick. But you've got to remember the controls are not inverted, which I think, well, why ain't they inverted? It should be inverted, meaning, as I said, if you push down the ship will go up, if you push up the ship will go down. Pilot controls, I should say. I don't know why they didn't do that on here. It's alright, it's okay. But to be honest with you, it is a bit slow. And when things get into quite close, the game does slow down quite a lot. Maybe because it's an early title, I don't know. Graphics, as I said, early title, 1986 for an Amiga. They do the job, they're okay. Yeah. It's alright, I guess. It's okay. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.